matches in. Well, definitely coming back to the UK, to England is always a pleasure. I had the opportunity and the pleasure of having two experiences in this country with two great clubs like Chelsea and Tottenham, and these are experiences that stay within you. Football in England, the atmosphere, the level, it's really very, very high. So being a coach in England has been an amazing experience from all aspects. Coming back to Manchester in a European competition, the most important European competition, is definitely a reason to be proud, satisfied. I'm satisfied, especially having won the Serie A last year. We're definitely playing against a team that, history speaks for itself. In the last couple of years, they've been the only protagonist. It's a top club with a top coach. But we arrive with great humility, and we arrive having had an amazing year last year. We're proud to have that depicted on our shirts, and now we're ready to play in Europe. We, like I said before, full of humility. We consider ourselves to be almost like students coming to play against the tutors, the teachers. I don't think that's incorrect to say. But from our part, there's definitely this desire to understand and to play against these very powerful, very important clubs, to see how we're progressing, how we're doing, to see how this whole thing's going that we started last year. So, great optimism and enthusiasm for Napoli, but obviously you're arriving at the championship a bit like students. Obviously Napoli's coming here to try and fight, but what kind of a match will it be tomorrow in terms of the approach? And in the long term, what do you feel about this new Champions League? It's the first time Napoli will play against 8 different teams. What kind of champions are you expecting? Champions League are you expecting? Well, if we look at last year, we can understand a little bit the difficulty, because last year, after 8 matches, if I'm not mistaken, Manchester City, Real Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain, it was all, they all had to really work hard to go through. The level is very high. I think this is what the new format of the Champions League has shown the big European clubs, the ones that historically compete to win. From our side, from our part, we come to it with great joy and great enthusiasm, because obviously it's something that we all want to play in. The players want to play in it. All the coaches want to be in it. The clubs, it gives visibility, it gives accolade for the clubs. We'll take the positives, knowing obviously that we come to it, like I said before, as the students. Again, I use the word humility. I don't think I know that in the Champions League, myself and Napoli have achieved the same results. Napoli reached quarterfinals, and I, in my 6 European competitions, the maximum I achieved, I reached was quarterfinals in Europa League. So I think each of us has what they deserve. So I think myself and Napoli have, deserved this. So we have to unite our strengths and try to do something beautiful. We have to kind of travel through this without allowing huge enthusiasm or Great Depression to have a massive effect on us. We just have to go through it step by step, proud of what we're doing. The important thing is to play each game and not regret anything at the end of a match. Tomorrow we need a lot of courage, and we will certainly have the courage. Seeing players that have arrived from the Premier League at high levels, what can they give you more in terms of ambition and at this level? Well, whether they come from the Premier League or another championship, the important thing is that the players who arrive or who come onto the pitch are players that can give something. Certainly Ireland didn't have much luck or a great experience in the last couple of years here. He is a 22-year-old who has a whole career in front of him. He's shown that he has so much potential, so many things that I need to work on, but also with De Lorenzo, with Luca, to try and implement even more, make them even better, because I know very well that our growth, the growth of Napoli, is only as a result of the growth of each single player. Thinking about do you think you'll be preparing something particularly for... I'm sorry. How will you be preparing? Will it be... It's quite difficult to kind of imagine what kind of Napoli we'll be playing. Well, since last year we started a process with the lads. If you remember, at the beginning of the season, in any case, we started from... I won't say some certainties, or me personally, I wanted to give stability to the team, because I remembered that they'd had a lot of goals, they conceded a lot of goals, and then we changed, we made some changes, because then we had the arrival in the last week on the transfer market, some players who could promise something new. So from this point of view, we're proceeding, we're going ahead in this new project. And the plan was what you're seeing now. So we started it last year, and we're trying to carry on working. So what we have to do is carry on doing what we've been doing. I think, to try and kind of look at the team in individual points, or go into it as if we were going into the ring and put our gloves up, or we can't kind of plan for every single detail. This isn't the way we're going to grow as a team. We will play the kind of game with our defects, but also with all our strong points. That might not be perfection, but we will do our best, and we'll carry on this journey that we began. And we have great enthusiasm, but like I said before, without being too swayed by great enthusiasm or great depression. We know we're working really hard on certain situations, and we have to carry on like that. The fact that you have De Bruyne in the team is a huge advantage. We're already seeing that in this at the beginning. Do you think it will be an advantage, an even bigger advantage tomorrow, seen as he's going to be playing against his old coach, his own teammates, old teammates? Well, to be honest, it's always been a very careful preparation, like it has been for every single match. We work towards each individual match. We're not doing anything particularly different to how we normally prepare. I've spoken to Kevin, obviously. I've asked him a few things. He's been a part of this club for about 10 years, and he's had a great coach like Pep Guardiola. So obviously for Kevin, you know, he'll be kind of excited to be playing, but I'm hoping that after the starting whistle, he'll kind of find his feet and remember that he's playing for our great Napoli and contribute like he has been doing. I wanted to ask you how Meret is. Well, after the issues Meret had in Firenze, in Florence, there was, you know, the risk that there could be some damage, a bit like what had happened with Neres before the break with Cagliari. There are some situations that you have to kind of avoid because you risk losing the player for a month or a month and a half. Meret has got over it. He trained today, so he's available. Ci sono alcuni giocatori, Højlund e Kevin. Scott McTominay, noi siamo molto sorpresi e contenti del suo progresso a Napoli. Come mai è riuscito a far così bene con voi e magari non così bene quando era qui? Beh, è difficile rispondere. Di sicuro io lo conoscevo quando giocava a Manchester United e ho visto un grosso potenziale in questo giocatore e nella mia mente mi chiedevo come mai Scott McTominay non domina in Inghilterra, perché ha questo potenziale enorme. E poi quando c'è stata la possibilità di acquistarlo per il Napoli, ad essere onesti, nel primo momento non ci credevo, non potevo crederci che questa situazione fosse possibile. E invece è successa. Gli piace, sta bene. Per un giocatore come lui, è nato come calciatore al Manchester United e c'è un momento nella tua carriera, nella tua vita, quando magari hai bisogno di un cambiamento e fare una nuova esperienza. E per noi è successa così per noi e siamo molto contenti di averlo con noi, perché è un giocatore fantastico ma anche un uomo. Ovviamente lei ha conosciuto Pep quando era all'inizio del Manchester City. Quanto la sorprende che è ancora qui dopo 10 anni? E quanto è difficile per un manager, per un mister a questo livello di continuare di andare avanti. Beh, l'atmosfera di Manchester è questa, perché con Sir Alex Ferguson era lì per molti anni al Manchester United, e adesso Pep che da 10 anni è allo stesso club è incredibile. Questo significa che c'è una fantastica sinergia e energia tra lui e il club e i giocatori, perché stare in un posto per 10 anni è molto difficile, perché ogni stagione bisogna ritrovare nuova energia e mettere questa energia con tutti i giocatori nuovi, giocatori già preesistenti. La mia opinione è il miglior allenatore al mondo. Una domanda su Rasmus Højlund. Ovviamente ha fatto gol nella sua prima partita. Quanto sei contento di lui e ti dà l'impressione che abbia qualcosa da dimostrare, perché torna in Inghilterra dove appunto ha avuto qualche difficoltà la stagione scorsa? Beh, parlando di Rasmus, io lo conoscevo perché giocava con l'Atalanta, poi dopo l'Atalanta è venuto a Manchester United. Io penso che stiamo parlando di un giocatore con grosso potenziale. Ha solo 22 anni. Questo significa che ha una carriera intera davanti a sé. Penso che quando abbiamo parlato con lui ho avuto l'impressione che lui era molto contento, molto felice di avere questa nuova esperienza. E mi ha detto: sono pronto, voglio giocare per te e per Napoli. E secondo me c'è questo enorme potenziale, adesso sta a me migliorarlo e dargli l'opportunità di crescere e diventare una